Good day everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got a very interesting request that we're going to fulfill, and that goes about head tracking. But the request was for me to show you exactly how this is all set up, make it work. Now the head tracking is a DIY project that you can do yourself, and I'll give you some guides if you need some more information on that. But so it's like a poor man's VR basically. And also, if you're not running triple screens or anything like that, this might be an option for you. So I'm first going to give you a little tour of the setup and everything you need to do that. And then we're going to go for a drive. Request was to take the Nords at night with the head tracking, just to show you the effect and how it all goes. So um, let's move over to the setup tour. I'll just show you how everything is put together and how it all works. So maybe you want to consider doing this for yourself. So this is my little corner in the world. This is Zodiac Central, if you want to call it like that. And yeah, so as you can see, I do not run a triple screen setup or anything like that. So I just use a normal 32-inch screen. Move around. This is the Volvo chair, very comfortable. You ever get your hands on a Volvo chair? Very comfortable. Got lumbar support, height, everything. So this is the setup. So we basically have a 32-inch screen, and obviously everything mounted together with it. The tablet used for the stream control, cell phone used for SIM hub, and lovely dashboard, excellent dashboard. If you haven't used it before, you do that. And then we have another cell phone on top of the button box. That's the one used for the live stream. Pedals down below, the Magic P1000s with a hydraulic kit, awesome pedals, and of course the KS and Moza R9. So that in essence is the setup screen wise and rig wise. Also check out EG Sim Rigs, EG Evolved, awesome company. All this equipment you can get from them. But then we move over to the important part. So this little guy here, that is the PS3i camera. So you're going to need one of those to make this head tracking work. They are available for relatively cheap online. Just look around. PS3i camera. This you're going to need. As you can see on the front, it's clear. There you can see I put a little, actually an old piece of floppy disk. That just blocks out all the light and only lets the infrared through. So that's actually what you'll need. Just an old stiffy. Break it open, cut a nice round piece. I just fixed it there with some press stick just to keep it on there and keep the light out. And that's in essence the most expensive part of this whole thing. So that's firstly the setup that you need. So you don't have to have triple screens. You can do it with single screen. Actually quite nice with a single screen because you get the benefits of looking around, but you don't have the extra cost and space. As you can see, I'm limited in the amount of space I have available to make this the triple screen setup. So yeah, let's move over to the head tracker itself. See what's what. So the head tracker is this little thing here. Normal 3D printed piece of plastic. And then you have 3 little LEDs on the front. And with the software, this basically, when it's powered up, I'll power it up now. These light up, and the PS3 camera picks up these lights because it's mounted to the side of your head. And then as you move your head, the LEDs move in relation to each other, and that translates to coordinates, and it makes the head move the same direction that you go. So as you can see, you have a lot of options with regards to powering this. You can put up just a little battery pack if you want, top, and then put into AA batteries, and then that'll power the device. I went for the sacrificial USB cord because I've got a USB extension at the bottom here that I just let it lie on the floor here or next to the rig on the side rails. And then as soon as you plug this in, you will see, voila, those little lights light up. You obviously can't see it with the naked eye because it's infrared, but cameras normally pick them up as well. So this is what the camera will see, these lights moving in relation to each other. And with the size of the model, the measurements of all the points, that gets translated into head movement, which is actually quite natural. You might think that you have to move your head a long way, which is not true. It's actually quite natural. And you'll see now when we go on track that the movements that you have to make is very small. You don't have to turn your head 180 degrees to view 180 degrees. It doesn't work like that. So a slight movement, it just feels natural. The same way you would lean into your corners and look at the apex normally. That if you get the settings dialed in nicely, like I luckily have, then it actually works very well. So we're going to jump into game now. Now I just put a little piece of Velcro here, side, and then a little piece of Velcro on the side of my headset. So this just basically, I just feel it by, just feel it and then just stick it on there. And there we go. I just normally let the cable run behind my shoulder so that it doesn't interfere with anything. And let me just start up the software. So the software is OpenTrack that we use for this. Free software. Nothing major. A lot of adjustability in it as well to make sure that everything works as the way you intended it to work. And if you dial it in nicely, it does work very, very well. So let's jump in game and we'll fulfill the request that we had to take a drive with the head tracker on the Nords at night and give you a sense of what it's all about. Just grab my gloves. Awesome gloves as well. While the game is booting up. Okay, so game is busy loading up. And we'll switch over to gaming screen shortly. Single player. Nords. Where's Nords? There it is. So we want to do it at night, so let's go for 2 o'clock in the morning. That should be nice and dark. Just a lap, normal weather, nothing weird. Go to tower cam view. So the head tracker is not on at the moment. I'll switch it on shortly once we load in. And there we go. Just pop a setup on here. Don't worry too much about the pressures. We're just going to do 1 lap so that we don't lose it. Give it some appropriate pressures. 26.3. There we go. That should be enough. Okay, so the software is running on the side here. I haven't started it yet. So we're gonna, this is what it normally would look like without any head tracking. So I'm gonna start up the head tracker. I just assigned a little button on the button box that toggles it on. We press it, wait for the lights to go on the camera. There we go. So now thing is running. So in terms of physical tracking, if I could give you a indication, so if I view straight ahead and I would look to the bezel on my left or right of the screen, that would complete a 180 rotation So if I turn my head and look straight at the bezel, that would complete a 180-degree turn for the head tracking. So that's how I've got it set it up. But you never move your head because obviously you cannot look away from the screen. And like I'm watching at the camera now. So you cannot look away from this. It's not like you have to take your eyes off the screen. So even the smallest movement, that's just a little glance to the left mirror and to the right. So if you want to see if a car's next to you or behind you, anything like that. But the reason we are here is to take this for a spin on the Nords. So we're just going to do a straight lap. We're not going to do a fast lap or anything like that. Just to give you the sensation of what it's all about. I'm going to have to try and talk for 8 minutes, I think. So the nice thing is that when you look into the apexes, it's very natural. You can see into the corners. That's what makes it so nice. So with a triple screen setup, I probably need to switch on my lights now. So with a triple screen setup, you will have that ability due to the fact that you've got more screens. But if you don't have space for triples, then this might be an option for you. And it feels very natural. So it's not like you have to do extra movements. It's like you would normally glance at the specific corner. It's just exactly the same. Feels very natural, doesn't disorient you or something, but you have to keep in mind that you have to put in a little bit of time to get the graphs and the sensitivity and everything dialed in. Obviously every person is different. Where you mount it on your headset will be different, but that's all calibrated in the software. So you don't have to worry too much about it. Just take your time, get it to a point. I can provide you some guidelines on exactly what type of settings you need to look at, just to get it dialed in for you as well. So we're going to go straight onto the Nords. At night, hopefully we don't crash. This is a lovely track though. All the festivals on the side, all the lights and everything. Whoopsie, okay. Tires are still cold. Asking a bit too much there of the car. Luckily we saved it. This might not be perfect, but sure as hell is nice. What's nice about this head tracker as well is that you can use it in just almost any racing game supports it. iRacing, AMS, AC, ACC, Euro Truck, even Farming Simulator. I play all of these things. Specifically for Euro Truck, this is like absolute gold. The nice part is that you can see from my movements, I'm not moving a lot, but the translation of the angles on the screen just makes it so intuitive. See through the corner, it feels like you're actually driving the car. So like I said, this is like a Tour Mass VR. Also doesn't have the severe hit on the performance like VR would have, or triple screen for that matter. And it just takes a little 3D print, some LEDs, some soldering know-how, a couple of resistors, and you are away. If you want, put a little battery pack on it so that it's completely wireless. My next one that I will do will have the battery pack. I already have that. But this one's got the sacrificial USB cable connected to a normal extension cord just to give it power. you'll see from the amount of movement from my head, it doesn't take a lot. It's just a natural lean in to the corner. It's like sort of where your eyes normally would go. It's just like your head just follows that. And there you go. Obviously the Nords life is, I think, at its most difficult at night, even more so when it rains, but because you sort of have to know where the track goes because the lights don't give you everything. So far so good, only the one little hiccup there at the start, cold tires, but that's alright, no problems. Up we go, up the hill, approaching the carousel part now. Little party going on in the front there. This is extremely nice in the carousel because you can see the lines coming. Whoopsie. And as I say that, I completely screw it up, but you get the idea. You look into the corner and see exactly what line you need to take. I'm not going to do a retake of this, because I've already said so much, and I don't think I'll be able to remember what I always said during the lap, so we're going to put it up as is. This is not a hot lap or anything like that. Showing you how to drive the Nords. This is just to give you the sensation of being able to look where you're going. Woo! I hate that bump on that corner. The first of the jumps, straight the wheel. As soon as you land on the brakes, get the nose in. Second of the jumps, keep to the left, then float over to the right. Easy on the steering wheel, party in front. Coming up to the end of the lap. And up the straight. The brights are on, but like you can see it's... And also when you have a look left or right, quite easy just to have a little glance there. Not too abnormal or weird or anything, just a small little look and you can see what's going on next to you if you're in close water racing. Flying through the last spot. And there we are. Not a hot lap, but just a quick lap at night with the head tracking. And we can park it up and chat some more. So as you can see, you can, once you dialed in the settings, you can look around everything, look down, look up, and two things that are important. Make sure that you find the button to center, just to center the head tracking. Sometimes you move your headset or something and you just feel it's a little bit off. Get your position again and then just look straight ahead in the middle of the screen and then just oops, and then it just centers it again, and then you are A4 away. And then want to obviously start and stop it. Let me just stop it for now, so that it doesn't look around when we chat. So that is a lap of the Nürburgring, Nordschleife at night with the head tracking, as per request. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If this is something that you would like to do for yourself, very easy. Like I showed you, just need a P3 camera. The reason why we use that one is because it's got a very good refresh rate, and as soon as you put that little thing on the front to filter out any light, it just lets the infrared in, works like a charm. And that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and until we see each other again for the next one. Yes.